All right, so it's been a hell of a week in a lot of different ways.
Yes.
How's the weather on the East Coast right now?
Well, feel like I've been through two hurricanes in as many weeks, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Today it was sunny and 70 and beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. But it was last night that was the shitty thing, shitty part, right?
Last night, Hurricane Ida came through. I got much luckier than New York and New Jersey did, and
Okay.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my house did not flood. I don't think much of this area in Connecticut flooded.
You're on a hill, right?
I'm on a hill, which really helps. I saw like there's damp spots in my basement where like a couple of drops might have come in and then dried overnight. It's fine.
Yeah.
We got 6 inches of rain in like 4 hours though, which is a lot of water.
That's a lot of water. I have a
Mhm.
friend that lives in Park Slope, which good for
Oh,
them. But apparently it was like a lake.
yeah. What floor do they live on?
I don't know. They said they didn't get any flood damage, which is lucky for them.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like New York. I mean, like your chances of rolling the dice and getting lucky in this are pretty good because like what percentage of New York lives on the ground floor?
About
10%? Yeah.
yeah, 2%, 3%.
Yeah, a bunch, but not everyone.
Right.
Gosh, it was really, really nasty. And I saw so many videos of people just like wading through sewage floodwater that like ugh. Or getting out of the New York subway and like going through a curtain of water. Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, I remember because I was living there during Hurricane Sandy, and there was all those like photoshopped
Mm.
images of like the shark swimming through the subway. Very
I
romantic
remember that.
image. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like they didn't do any mitigation since then. That worked.
No, in fact, they were gonna shut down the L for like 2 years to basically deal with damage that came out of. I think actually Hurricane Sandy exacerbated the problem. But you know they
Mm,
had wanted to do like long term maintenance on it for a while,
that's
and
interesting.
then they didn't because shutting down the L would have been catastrophic to, among other things, real estate prices in Greenpoint and in Williamsburg. So it didn't end up happening.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, maybe they will. Well, they say maybe they'll do something this time, but they won't.
I doubt it.
No. Um, yeah, one of the big dramas in New Orleans right now, and I think I heard the same thing in New York, is that they're doing all the energy companies are trying to build peak plants, which is like a power plant in the city that they just turn on sometimes. Uh, so New Orleans is running on its own bespoke oil-fired power plant right now, and I think New York also had a oil-fired peak plant turn on yesterday. So our climate change solution is just to burn a bunch of oil to keep us alive when the power goes out. Just
So peak
really,
means like peak usage. Is that the
it's I
idea?
think so. Yeah, yeah. It's meant to be like I guess this summer when things were running out of power from too many air conditioners. It was supposed to be that, but it's also like it's some bullshit off the grid Texas like solution.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
no, no good.
Yeah, I remember when I was reading about climate change solutions and renewable energy. There's a lot of like power plant nerddom about like storing the power because like everyone's like very quick to remind you that like power consumption is not consistent throughout the day and the power availability is also not consistent and there's like a whole complex puzzle that they have to solve.
Yeah,
And apparently they do exactly what you're talking about, which is like when there's high demand, they'll just burn a bunch of fossil fuels.
I don't understand why we don't just have more nuclear plants. Is it that we would generate wasted power if there's if we're always generating enough for peak? But like, isn't nuclear fine?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think nuclear.
Like you clearly can't turn it on and off, I
You can't
guess.
just turn
But
it on and off. I think that's the
yeah,
thing. And then nuclear energy at the end of the day is just an electricity generator. Like there's not a great way to store the energy other than to stick it into a battery. So you're kind of back.
but if you make too much, do you need to like put a Tesla coil out somewhere to like off the
Yeah,
electricity into the air?
yeah. There's.
Is
I
that
think
what
there's. I
happens?
don't know. There's some way that they can get rid of the power. I'm not sure.
Just like run a plug into the ground or something, I
Yeah, just
guess.
have a
Yeah.
wire going into the ground. I suppose. I don't know enough about electricity to know exactly how that works because it's all got to be a circuit somehow, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd much rather have like too much nuclear power all the time and let's put some in the ground than have to deal with like turning on the oil plant occasionally. It seems really bad.
Yeah, I think that's the for a while the renewable energy people were like nuclear power is a dead end, but now it's kind of hot to be pro nuclear power and be pro renewable at the same time.
I mean, I feel like that is the most Berkeley thing about Berkeley is when I went to Berkeley campus and saw like anti-nuclear protesters in like 2018. I was like, why are you protesting nuclear power? Like, do you think it's a bomb? Do you think it's how we get bombs? I did not understand.
Well, it's pretty dangerous. I follow a Stanford professor called Mark Jacobson, and he's like ardently against nuclear power, and he's a credible
Mhm.
source. And
Okay.
obviously, I think the concern is probably just like that we can't really like it's incredibly dangerous and requires a very very complex set of things to all function correctly
Mm-hmm.
for it to be safe. The counterpoint to that I've heard is that nuclear power has gotten better over time, and it's not all Chernobyl or even Fukushima Daiichi or whatever.
And like, was Fukushima was a tsunami, right? Like that wasn't nuclear's fault necessarily. Three Mile Island was though, right? That almost blew up.
Yeah, that almost blew up. Um, but France has something like 200 nuclear reactors or something like that, right? They've got
Oh,
like
that's rad, and they're just like chilling.
maybe I guess, but like you look at countries like Denmark or I think it's Denmark, yes, that granted they have a very low population, but they basically have a ton of coastline that they can just like erect wind turbines, and I think they're a net exporter of energy at this point. And I
That's
doubt that
amazing.
that is coming from nuclear power specifically.
I mean, I would love if driving down Highway 1, it was just wind turbines in the Pacific the whole way down. That'd be so rad.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Might
it would
ruin
it would look
the property values for some of those giant villas.
it would look so like what's the opposite of what's the good version of cyberpunk?
Like eco punk or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, like Utopia punk. Like, man, I would just love to see like windmills everywhere.
Yeah, it would be gay space communism, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'd be into
Yeah,
it though.
fully automated luxury gay space communism.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Instead, we have oil plants.
Yeah, instead it's gonna be Cyberpunk and then Mad Max shortly after that, or both at the same time.
You
Um,
know, Waterworld looks like a real possibility out here now.
yeah. Okay, so I
You
played.
get,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, go ahead.
As I say, you get Mad Max on your coast. I'll get Waterworld over here.
Right. Um, so it occurred to me that like I think we knew this actually, so it didn't like occur to me as I was doing this, but like we were playing Fortnite and like a
Mhm.
lot of the conceptual beats are similar to what we're trying to do with what our
Mhm.
project is. The idea that you have like a real-time action game, but you also want to be able to build things as it's going along. Um,
Yeah, I really liked their build system. I wish we'd been in a match with more people
yeah,
beyond that like tiny contained one we found because I'm really curious how it sort of works in combat.
I played. Yeah, I mean, I played like a battle royale the other night with
Mm,
some of my other buddies, and I was able to observe other people like building and fighting at the same time. Um, and I don't know if it's fully realized in Fortnite. Maybe I just haven't seen high level play.
mm.
But it's weird. Like it's there the things that you can build in Fortnite are a little bit too granular to deploy in the middle of a fight. Um, the reason why I bring this up is that like not that I'm questioning the direction of the game, but I think it
Mm.
is useful to clarify what would be different about this as opposed to Fortnite. And there's no shame in just making Fortnite or or some
Oh
like
yeah.
radical subset of that. That would be totally fine. But
Yeah.
Fortnite is thematically schizophrenic, right? So like,
One of the things like in playing it, I was so confused by the UI at all times because it has a lot of modalities
yeah,
that I think you only figure out by practice and learning. And that's a hard concept for me to like put next to a game.
yeah,
Like you have to really love it enough to do that. And I don't have a lot of other examples of things like that. Like I don't have the same associations with like Halo or other like or Rocket League. Like neither of those has
a sense of
modalities.
confusion about it. Yeah,
Yeah, and no switching of modes while you're playing in that way.
right.
Um, but yeah, also they're both crystal clear for what they are.
Yeah, yeah. So I think what I would like to do, like just to speak theoretically about where Manchester slash Red Devil, I think it's Manchester. Red Devil is just the Unity realization of Manchester, right?
Yeah, it's still Manchester. We didn't change the title cards
I did change the title cards.
to Red Devil. Oh, you
Yeah,
did? Oh,
I think
well.
the only one that's not is the one that you just made. I don't know, or the one that 102, whatever old one is there.
I'll go re-upload that.
I
Yeah.
can I can change my back too, whatever.
Okay.
Although I don't know if I have some of those backgrounds anymore. We'll see. At any
Oh,
rate,
we did start a new playlist. I forgot about that. Never mind.
so things that I was thinking about. First, um, it's nice to have like a tight theme and a storyline, and I'm honing in on the idea, despite this being like a tactical build something shooter, that the emotion we want to channel is like pure unadulterated rage against like wealthy people. um, or at least the powers that be right now. We need to
I
channel
mean,
some of the generational angst right now is what I'm saying.
I would love that to be the emotional output
Yes.
of just about any game we make.
Yes. Uh, which means a little bit of the ultra violence, right? I think I have a complex attitude towards violence, but this is sort of an outlet, almost like the I often compare this type of thing to like, the end of Brazil. Do you know that movie, the Terry Gilliam
Oh yeah.
film?
Oh yeah.
Where he's getting lobotomized, but he has this whole like bust through the walls, drive the dune buggy shit. Like,
I love it. Yeah.
uh,
And I hate the happy ending version. It's so weird.
but so did they actually ship the happy ending version?
Yeah, I think to America.
Oh, ridiculous. It's much better framed as a fever dream as you're about to die, right?
Oh yeah, it's great.
But I want to channel that in basically everything we do, and therefore, like having Gonzo violence, I think is partly what I'm into, but not viscera. What I'm thinking of is just like rad explosions. Do you know what I mean? And like we have a lot of stuff you can blow up in the game theoretically. I just want those things to blow up in a really cool way.
I was looking at I didn't get to put it in the game, but I was researching like spark shaders because
Okay.
I feel like I want explosions to be like
Tell me about spark
uh
shaders. This is the first time I've heard that term.
oh sorry spark the particle effect. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Shader was just the wrong word to come out of my mouth, but just big gravitational particles that bounce around and are
Can you show me a
super
video
bright.
right now? Can you Google
Yeah,
it?
totally. Let's see. I go to the end to get to the good stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like, I want this shit popping off with gravity. Oh my God. Has YouTube gotten worse?
I just actually subscribed to YouTube
I feel like I
Family.
get ads like mid video all the time now.
I have a YouTube Family
driving me
account now,
crazy.
so because I've been watching a lot of YouTube recently. I've had a YouTube renaissance. Mostly watching GDC
I want
videos
these,
from
but like
2016.
10 times as many.
Yeah.
I think it's just fucking with the gravity settings in the lifetime.
Yeah.
But they've got bounce in physics, which is nice.
That is cool. Yeah. And who knows if the wireframe aesthetic is going to survive?
I
It's
think that is critical to having it feel real and visceral.
yeah. And who knows if the
There,
wireframe aesthetic
I
is going
think
to
your audio
survive?
stopped. I can't hear you
You
anymore.
can't hear me
Let me see
anymore.
if that's me.
There's a lot of lag.
No.
Hello?
Huh. Okay. I see my own mic. Let me see what the stream is doing.
I'm gonna check the Zoom
Oh,
settings.
5 minutes later.
computers are always a mistake. Okay, great.
I don't just want
Yes.
particle effects though. I actually want to well, I want like chunky particles. I want like the actual pieces of the meshes like flying everywhere, you know?
Oh yeah. I would love to have like some sort of like destructible mesh actually. Yeah.
And that would be like a good first level kind of thing where you steal the tank and you start off and you don't know what you're doing and you can only, you know, kill a couple of things.
Mhm.
But you're on the radio with somebody who's like, "Oh, this is how you drive the tank." And make sure you see that green button on the side, hit the green button and then like turns the power to back to 100, which is the way the tank normally is. And then you just start fucking things up. Like you blow open a wall and like then you realize, "Oh shit, this is the game right now." You know what I mean?
That'd be really really cool. How does like destructibility work?
Generally, you just replace the object with some clump of smaller. Yeah, you could. I don't know
Gotcha.
about broken randomized meshes. Some people do
How do you?
voxels too.
Oh, voxels would look really cool with the aesthetic we've got.
Yeah,
I guess yeah. If broken randomized meshes is one thing, but how do you like punch a hole in something? Well, I guess destroying things into sort of parts that look like the thing and having destructible like geometry are two different things. So
yeah. I mean, probably you just make a second mesh by decomposing your regular
Mhm.
mesh into like little chunks and then exporting it, and then
Mhm.
that's it. It's all elbow grease. Um,
I do want to this. This all sounds like a really good version of Red Faction.
I
Which
never played Red Faction actually.
Oh, it's you're on Mars. You're kind of living out a Total Recall dream where you're fighting the corporation that's running Mars, and it's totally destructible in a really cool way. But in kind of like 1996 graphics.
Oh, tell me more about
1996,
this. This actually
2002.
sounds fantastic, and I'm happy to rip off this thematically.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
It's
I
great.
want like a fucking like punch up fever dream. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
YouTube just hates me, man.
Lots of ads. I pay for
I
YouTube
feel,
now. I was saying I have like a family account that turns
oh,
that basically means I don't need to have ads anymore. And it's worth it because I watch so much YouTube now.
yeah, okay. I didn't want to pay for it, but no ads is pretty good.
Plus, you can get a family account and get cat on it too, or something like that. And like,
Oh, interesting. You can share. Okay.
yeah.
So Red Faction is just like you can just blow chunks out of anything.
Okay. Oh, nice.
They're
Yeah.
they're just very excitedly being like, we can blow up the wall however we want.
But you can't. There's only a certain level of depth that you can. Or you can keep. He's basically tunneling more and more.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure there is a limit actually. Yeah, I don't know what level this is,
Is the
but
game getting slower because he's blown up a bunch of stuff? I wonder.
no, I don't know. Oh, this is the more recent one. That I think was a 360 game.
Okay. Yeah, totally. We should totally get inspiration from this. Um, I think part of the reason why I was mentioning this was that like
Mhm.
Cyberpunk is not the right like I want it to be at least I don't need it to be realistic per se, but I want it to be suspension of disbelievable.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so if you're going to have like let's say 8 to 10 hours of tank single player gameplay, like, what is the exact setting? You're not just driving around a city in the tank. It's not one sitting. You're like a terrorist, right? You have like a base somewhere or something like that, right? And do you drive around in the wilderness? Like, wilderness locales are not traditionally cyberpunk. So what is the actual setting of that of this conceit? You know what I mean? You need like some place to hide from the overwhelming authorities, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting too. I have not played 2077 yet, but they have a lot of stuff that's just like in these flat, kind of desolate things outside the
So maybe
city.
it is Mad
Which
Max,
I
right?
thought this was a really cool aesthetic choice. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's Mad Max, maybe without the like dude wearing a cattle skull on his head, you know? But like,
Mhm. Also, this is somehow like the I don't know. This aesthetic is like corporate cyberpunk or like whitewash cyberpunk. I don't
mhm,
know. It's like someone wrote rates on it, and that's cool,
yeah.
which I really don't like.
There's a cyberpunk cowboy game that's coming out. I don't know what it's called, but if you Google cyberpunk cowboy, you'll find screenshots of it or videos. And I think they might be doing yeah, this one. They might be doing a kind of like
Oh,
wilderness cyberpunk kind of thing.
oh hell yeah! Wait, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Okay, I'm really into this. I think one of the key aesthetics we could take from cyberpunk is like there's like the I don't know, there's the opulence is more concentrated. It's just we like
Yeah.
turn what's happening right now up to 11, but then the desolation also has to be magnified.
And maybe what just makes it feel cyberpunk is that the rendering is vaporwave. You know, that's
Mhm.
basically it. And then you could believably, because I think the problem with the modern world right now is that like there's no way you can hide. Every like having the
Mhm.
tank is like everything is asymmetric warfare unless you're the U.S. government, right? You're always
Mhm.
like kind of like a guerrilla fighter or something like that. But how do you be a guerrilla fighter with a tank? I think that is the that is like the main structuring question for the setting that we're in. Is like how do you be a guerrilla fighter but still deploy a tank somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting.
This
One
is the kind of
thing,
shit I think about when I'm going to sleep. It's like how's this gonna work exactly narratively?
that's so funny.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking of too in the post Fortnite space after doing that gameplay was that it'd be very interesting if you did not do any shoot on your own and were only building things in real time.
Mm,
Like if we took the builder to 11 and you had to build your own turrets to defend yourself, but it was still kind of RTS.
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's somewhere between a tower defense and the thing we're building.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess it'd be about like kind of game balancing, right? Like it could be this that you have weapons, but either you run out of ammo really quickly or they're really weak compared to what you could build.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Still, I want there to be like a visceral kind of like I can just blow anything up kind of thing, you know? Like
Seriously, how much do you love this game?
it's
I-
pretty dope. It reminds me a little bit of Just Cause. Did you ever play Just Cause?
Oh yeah, this was pre
Pre
that?
Just Cause?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder if there's a connection because you're right. There's a very similar like you can just sort of go through anything aesthetic.
Yeah, Just Cause didn't have as many things that you could like. You couldn't just destroy random buildings, but you could they certainly like put in a bunch of props that were just simply there so you could blow it up. And that kind of energy from Just Cause is like exactly what I'm going for. Minus the kind of like GTA kill innocent people kind of bullshit, which I admit is fun. Like
Mhm.
being an agent of chaos like that. But
Yeah, but I think unnecessary
yeah.
when there's so many like rich state targets to play with there.
Yeah, yeah, state or corporate or same
Mhm.
difference in the world
I
that we're
mean,
talking about, right? Wow, this game
or
looks
bring it
fucking
on.
rad.
This Red Faction Gorilla. I think this got a PS4 port, and you would actually really like it.
I would. I could play it on the Switch. Nice.
You can play it on the Switch.
I don't know why I say that. I don't actually like. A lot of people like playing the Switch as a handheld, and I'm not into it actually.
It hurts my hands so much
Yes.
handheld. It's too heavy.
It's also hard. Like the screen kind of sucks, I think. So
Yeah, maybe the new one's better.
oh,
But yeah, this
it is an OLED. It's in the name.
yeah. Oh, the new one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Right.
Earth Defense Force.
I love it on Mars.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think this is it. So it's like Bolo plus Red Faction plus Fortnite is our elevator pitch.
I mean, that's a good fucking game right
Pretty
there.
killer elevator pitch. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Vaporwave if it doesn't kill us, but we'll see.
I think I think there's ways to do vaporwave, and I've really enjoyed the way Judgment does its digital aesthetic when you dive into like the weird VR game it has.
Yes.
But like
That fucking
it's
game.
it's
amazing.
very strange.
Yeah.
But it's like vaporwave by way of like a Tony Stark holographic front on the world, and it actually looks really cool. So
Yeah. How far into that game are you now?
I am about to finish chapter 8,
Okay.
where I think everything is about to get real. I know there's like this drug company conspiracy.
Who's the main suspect for being the assassin right now for you?
I don't know. I'm trying to get the captain. I'm trying to find Captain Hamura.
Oh yeah,
to-
that guy is such a good villain. He's so scary.
I like him a lot. Yeah,
You know, in the
he's
beginning of the
definitely-
game where he punches you in the stomach, and
Mhm.
he just floors you, and your character's such a badass, but that guy just floors you. Yeah, he's such a good villain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I really want Yagami to pay his rent. I'm super pissed about that. I have so much money, and I'm just like, can you please pay your landlady? She's really nice, and she keeps cooking for you. Like, come on.
You know what's dope about Yagami's apartment / office? His coffee table. He has a tiled like mid-century coffee table.
I'm gonna take a look next time.
Yeah. And I looked for one on Etsy, and it was, I think there was one I could find that didn't look half as cool, and it was very expensive.
Damn. It's whenever I think about buying mid-century furniture, it's always like $2,000, and I'm like, no, I don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
There is no $2,000 end table that will make me happy.
I'm trying to think. I think a low Dutch chair is nice, and those don't have to be that expensive. None of these are quite what I'm thinking of. See that black vinyl high and low lounge chair thing? Yeah.
Ooh,
These
that
types
is
of
pretty
things.
nice. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I want like the aesthetic, but slightly. Just give me a modern version of it.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, poor performance. How can you have a poor performance of a PS3 upgrade?
Probably because you pay a company to do it, and they don't have enough time to do the conversion.
Damn.
What about Red Faction Armageddon? Is that like similar in its conception?
I never played this. It's got some strange pedigree.
Okay. It's a
Yeah.
linear shooter.
I'm not sure. Okay, it still has the destruction. Oh, that's cool. Ah, I like this. I like destruction and restruction. The word is construction, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool mechanic actually. I never played this because everyone was like, it's a totally different thing and not at all like the thing you enjoyed.
Oh, the other fever dream I think of in cinema is the end of Inglourious Bastards, where it's just like the what's the name of Brad Pitt's group of Jewish warriors, like whatever their name is.
I thought they were just the bastards. Yeah.
They are they just are the bastards, the titular bastards. Just going mayhem on Nazis inside the theater, you know.
I really enjoyed that. Now,
Yeah.
was that a fever dream or was it a? I really enjoyed that and Django both for the movie just being like, you know what, like we've made a lot of other weird movies that aren't accurate. Like this one's not historically accurate either.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I remember when I first saw Inglorious Bastards, I really enjoyed it, but I had a hard time with the overall conceit of it, just because it was
Mhm.
like, well, this shit isn't actually what happened. And in fact, the opposite of this movie happened. You know, the
Yeah,
opposite times a million. You know.
it's weird because it should have like it would have. Well, I don't know. The ending was so shocking in that respect, and I wonder if it would have been better if they sort of broke history much earlier.
Uh
But
huh.
then you just have Captain America, and it's a sci-fi movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, totally. It's just like you can't get revenge on the Nazis by fantasizing about the revenge. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but that I'm saying all of that, but at the same time, I think that's what our games are going to be about: is getting revenge on capitalism, even though we feel like we can't. You know, it's born of ultimately this sense of utility. You know,
Hmm.
but whatever, we can explore that emotional space. Ooh, tell me about the Chrome extension.
No, I'm gonna skip this ad. I'm gonna skip this ad. I like. I wish I had because I didn't notice that I put like 20 skip ad buttons on the screen where it's like, don't click that button 5 seconds in.
Nice.
Uh,
So did you play this game?
yeah, I played the heck out of this on 360. This is definitely 2010.
Okay, yeah. Too bad that it doesn't run. It's not going to run well. We'll see.
Well, you know what will? Get it on Steam.
Oh, hey there. Yes. Just get the original.
Can't mess that up. Yeah. I mean, you probably can mess it up, but like you probably can't.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I thought this was like freaking mind blowing at the time, and
Do you
it
think maybe they
honestly,
patched the remaster? I wonder. Well, what's playing right now? Is this the remaster or is it the original?
this is definitely the original.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Well,
I
the
don't know. I
original
don't know
looks
why I
pretty
say
good.
definitely.
I don't know if I need it remastered.
It looked really good.
Oh, dude, did he just drive straight through this?
He just drove through it, and it left like a car shaped hole in the wall. It was really good. Like, oh, here, this is just our game.
Yeah, no, I think this is literally our game. I think we found it. Yes. All right. Well, in the name of research, I'll pick this game up, and I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I think if you expect something of just cause quality, you'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so good. Fuck. I forgot there was a mech in this.
Yeah. Our tanks still might become mechs, you know,
It'd become a mech. Yeah,
or maybe we have
I
multiple
def
types of vehicles or something. I don't know.
well, I'm definitely thinking of the tank as the main character. So like there needs to be some sort of mounting or modification to it as you play. If it
It's
if it
not
is a
too.
campaign.
It's really not too stupid for me if the mech can get inside, like, or the tank can get inside another tank.
Oh,
That is not too stupid for me. That is
I feel
exactly the
like
right kind of stupid, I think.
you just made me think of this one. Yeah.
Like
Did you ever
armor
play
for a tank. Do you know what
did
I'm
you ever play
saying?
Far Yeah, did you play Far Cry?
I didn't. I did not play Far Cry.
Okay, so Far Cry was like it's another Just Cause. They're all the same thing.
I know what
Everything.
Far Cry is, but I never really played it. Yeah.
Okay, well anyway, someone I don't know what happened, got drunk and made like Far Cry, but neon as hell.
Okay. Yeah. So our game is this game as well.
It's like I
It's
I
literally
guess
this.
I was gonna say a tank getting inside a tank is like one of those truly excessive things that this silly neon dinosaur shooter would do. And I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, this there's a lot of shooters I already dropped in that look like this.
Um, I remember when I was working on Blood Rain way back in the day, and I was talking with that team. Some of those guys went on to make Yacht Club games, but at the time they were just like talking about crazy game ideas. I never heard
Mm.
about a night with a shovel, which is a great idea, but they one of them was talking about like having like a raptor on a surfboard. That was like their idea for a game. And I forget what the name of the game was.
Wasn't just Surf Raptor.
It might have been called Surf Raptor. But that's like the idea of like of a tank getting into power armor. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I love it.
Yeah. So I want to have goofy moments like that, but I also want it to be like deadly serious in its rage against the upper class, essentially.
Yeah. Did you? I thought Tonight We Riot was really great about that because I thought the game played kind of lighthearted.
Okay, so
and was
yeah,
very
so
serious.
actually the backlog of games to play is growing exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I should probably just play the original Bolo again as well. So on top of that,
Yeah,
we've got
to get the flavor. Yeah.
Red Faction. We've got Far Cry Blood Dragon. Did you play it actually?
No, I never played it. It just like popped into my head because it was excessively silly in some ways, and also
Yeah.
incredibly serious about its satire.
And then Tonight We
from what
Riot, of course. I meant to get that game like last year when you were talking about it then, but I never got
I mean,
around to it.
I feel like this screenshot is just like so good.
Oh man. Well, they're basically doing it now in New Orleans, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe we have a looting.
Is there a
unit,
commie
but-
dog in this game? I'm seeing some
there-
dog screenshots there.
I noticed this dog with a red bandana, but it's only in Russian. So I Tonight We Riot. Oh, dog. It's a suggested search. Maybe the dog only speaks Russian.
Oh, that would be
I think-
perfect. That's actually awesome.
I think the dog only speaks Russian.
Yeah.
Because this is clearly the English version. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Comrade Dog. You can't understand Comrade Dog.
Yeah.
It's
And our
perfect.
game is going to have, as part of it, not only just like really awesome destruction, but also kind of like surprisingly sophisticated building and action mechanics.
Mhm.
But a dog, it's got to have a dog in it
Mm-hmm.
at some point. Or a cat. I'll concede to your cat fandom. Dom, you're a cat
did-
guy.
I was gonna say, Spelunky is the perfect choice there because they let you choose what weird animal is in the game.
Oh, okay. Yes. And then we also need to have like a quirky cast characters that you have sexual tension with and is like slightly dating Simi. Do you know what I mean?
I do love every game that lets me build my social links.
Yes.
It's really important.
Yeah.
I'm glad you do you like that?
I
in
have
games? 'Cause
I love that. Yeah, are you kidding?
Okay.
Because it's like I don't. Did we talk about this last time? I feel like you want to have like some weak virtuous cycle between the gameplay and your social life.
Mhm.
Because you want to like collect all the tchotchkes in the game, because then you can give them as gifts to your people, right?
Yeah,
Who then
great.
you can maybe date. But then maybe you're like talking to the hot mechanic, and they can soup up your, tank, or they build you the bigger tank that your tank drives into, or something, something like that, like some kind of like virtuous cycle that's there. Plus, they just need
Yeah.
kick-ass design,
I guess I always think of that as Persona, and I recall that you never could get through the Persona shit.
Persona. I was playing Persona 5 earlier because you get it for free if you have the PS5.
Nice. Every one of these I open is just really good.
It's really good. I'm gonna play this game immediately.
Yeah.
Um,
The gameplay is not as good as all these screenshots, but like it's still yeah.
I'd play it just to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd play it just for the writing. I don't know.
So you did play some Persona 5 then.
I'd play Persona 5. I just felt like the pacing of Persona 5 was really weird.
Terrible. Just terrible.
I felt like there was a load screen every 2 seconds.
When sometimes they like do a load screen to give you like one blurb of text and then another load screen.
Yeah, well, they do the thing is like when you like get on the subway, they have this weird like parallax static image thing of like people like vignettes of slice of life type thing, and it's like you just showed me this, like you just showed me this 10 seconds ago, and I kind of just couldn't keep up with the pace, and then it also felt like very fillery. right? Like we kept going back to the school to go into somebody's dream, and I'm like, we're gonna do this again. This is the third time we've done this, and you haven't advanced the plot yet at all.
I've wondered about that so much. I've seen so much terrible pacing like that, where it's just like you really didn't need to explain this 3 times. You could have just given me like a wiki in the game if I needed to like ask a question later.
Yeah. Oh man, this whole conversation is getting me so excited to work on this game. It's just like now we just have to. It's just a simple matter of programming.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play this too. I don't think I ever finished this. I just got into it. I was like,
I like the DSA Rose is down there as well.
Yep. Yeah,
it.
it's good. It's good stuff. Anyway, yeah, there's some big mood boards in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I want to make this hyper rage capitalism game. I also want to make the like what it you know non-violent simulator of life if we weren't run by like oligarchs who hated us.
You're talking about your EcoPunk simulator? Is that?
Yeah, just like give me like a Sim City or like a really friendly and like optimistic.
That could be game 2 because we
City
wanted
builder,
to do
yeah.
like a accumulation simulator, right?
Mhm. Yeah, one
Um,
where like do one where the accumulation doesn't actually burn the planet down.
well, they never do in those games, anyways, right? The
Oh,
resources
make
are
one
infinite.
where it does. Yeah.
Oh, that would be weird. That would be
Yeah.
Frostpunk or something like that, right?
Oh yeah. You ever played that? I hear it's really hard and depressing.
I read about it. And I'm like, this turns me on, but I also would probably feel really bad playing this game because I feel bad when like I harm NPCs. And
One of the things I've heard people talk about that game and they're like, you don't have to be bad. It just makes the game harder for you not to turn on like child labor.
right, I guess the game just like gives you like constant trade-offs, and it's very this word is not exactly right, but I guess Machiavellian in that sense, like the amoral business of ruling. You like you're constantly making an omelet that is being eaten rapidly, and you have to continue to break eggs to like that sort of thing. That's what I'm told about that game, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. I always play games where I like look up how to beat them and then try to make everybody happy. You know what I mean? Which most games are designed. They're all too happy to accommodate that desire of having my cake and eat it too. You know?
Yeah, being able to play a game perfectly is I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, you play on hard mode. I think you have a decidedly different approach to games than I do, which I respect.
Yeah, I do like the challenge. I mean, you played Bloodborne. Bloodborne is hard mode.
Bloodborne is hard mode.
I did use a guide for that though. I
I
was
felt
like,
stressed
okay,
out every minute I was playing Bloodborne. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, that's fair.
um, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Should I buy this Unity bundle?
Um, yeah, I think we should.
I think so too.
Yeah. It's only $25 to get the big pack, and
Oh
apparently
yeah.
Odin is supposed to be really good.
Is this? I mean, I assume there's one thing in here that's actually worth it, and it might be this.
Yeah, that was what was highly recommended to the people that showed this bundle to me.
Cool.
This basically lets you put a bunch of attributes into your game object classes, and they give you like, I suppose, like super kick-ass like inspector widgets in the editor from all that.
Oh, cool. Oh, like these range sliders that we built into our previous was that particle editor?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Oh wow, okay, not oh shit, I see. Okay, they built this whole UI out of their classes in the thing. That's pretty wild.
Although I'm getting decidedly
What?
like Angular JS vibes from this DSL that they've created.
When all you've got is a square bracket, uh
Yeah.
Yeah, they're packing a lot into here.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of non-statically analyzed strings that are code inside those attributes there. Kind of,
I wonder if it oh right, yeah. But I guess it's nice because it's not actually gameplay stuff.
yeah,
I appreciate that the bugs are only going to show up for us in Unity and not to a player, probably.
yeah, right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it looks powerful. The one thing that I saw in the Unity asset store that I thought like, wow, I should probably buy that is the reference finder, which actually it's actually shocking to me that it doesn't already exist in Unity.
Wait, they sell it to you for $5?
I
What?
think everybody's made no. Like there's like 50 bazillion different versions of this.
Oh. Oh, I see.
But it's like, okay, I'm about to change my prefab or I'm about to rename it. What is this going to break? And Unity doesn't tell you that, but people
Yeah,
have, yeah.
isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
I have done that a lot. When I redid the network manager a couple of times, it was extremely annoying.
Or who uses this material? That's got to be the most annoying one, right?
Shit. Okay, does this just work? Yeah, this will be worth $30.
Yeah.
This thing. Oh my God. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay, this is cool. Yeah, I feel like we actually will use that. So, how much do they want to charge me for it?
$55 per seat.
Well, that's not a problem.
Yeah, they also have like a linter there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I think if we get it through the Humble Bundle, we get like a code, and I think it becomes part of the project. So I think our loophole is that maybe we'll just pay for it once.
This is the asset store version. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's totally reasonable. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna pay for it more than once.
Yeah. We're starving indies right now. We can't be any more starving than us. So.
Is this? Oh, this is UNet. Okay. Blech. I feel like this is the example I've seen in the mirror docs. Is this particular game exactly?
Oh, really? Okay.
It must be what they ported forward from UNet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I kind of don't give a shit about this.
No, I'm just seeing what else we're getting.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I was just like that specific thing. I've seen enough of a unit to know that like it's like everything's just feels like kind of hacked together. Or at least I've seen enough of Mirror, so that's cool.
Hurricane Simulator. I like it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Weird. Volumetric cloud system. I feel like we need to update our render pipeline, don't we?
I think we're on the universal, right?
No, we're on the built-in. I think adding the universal would be the change.
Oh yeah,
We should be on the universal one, right? I think that's the right answer.
We should be on universal. I don't actually know the answer to that question.
Okay, it hasn't hit us yet, so maybe not.
Nor do I really even know what the difference is between different pipelines. I started reading about it when I was reading about post-processing, and it was just really confusing. Does it mean like, is it a completely different shader? Like, there's a lot bundled in there. Must be a different shader. Oh, I see. There's a built-in, quote unquote.
Oh, I think the universal render pipeline is what gets us deferred rendering.
I think the basic shader has deferred rendering in it, or the
I thought it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. These are a lot of options that I am not sure about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at the source code for the standard shader the other day, and it was pretty
bonkers.
intimidating. Yeah. It's what is known as an Uber shader.
Right, because we're passing so many things, and it's I forget where
Yeah.
I've seen it, but yeah, some of the things we can configure are just like it has to have already put in some sort of primitive for it, right?
Yeah. You can make it just like you can make things look like a cajillion different ways.
Interesting. And we get some games too.
Yeah.
All right. I'm actually curious about some of the level design stuff as well. And this
Same.
low poly terrain editor seems interesting.
Oh yeah. Can't be worse than Pro Builder.
It
That's
really
not
could.
that's not true. It really could.
Oh, we get these all these dancing men. Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow, it's actually yeah. There's gonna be some interesting reference material in here. I will give them
Yeah.
$25 and no more.
Yeah, and apparently it goes to charity. Or $1.25 of
Yeah,
that's not a huge
where's the
amount.
split? I'm supporting charity. Didn't you used to be able to tell Humble how much?
Yeah. This has become gone from humble bundle to very humble bundle.
Ooh, ouch. Oh
Humblest
well,
bundle.
so I saw this while I was searching. These are the old ones where they're like, we donated $1 million to charity. We donated $900,000 to charity.
Okay.
And then I think I saw on this one where they were like, we've raised $27,000 for charity. Good job, Humble.
Well, there's still like 14 more days of this. So,
Well, so I looked at the number of copies sold too, and like it's only 1/4 of this $900,000 number.
oh, that is true. That is
Yeah,
very true.
I think what people like if I do 40 times 25, that's basically $25. I think
Yeah.
people used to just click 100% charity every time.
Oh, and they were like, "Damn, we need to recoup."
I mean, I guess they
And they're
needed to make
recouping like
some money. Yeah.
a just donation. Look, below the checkout button.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. I want. Okay, so they have a minimum for them. Seems fine. I'm down with that.
You want to give that much to Unity?
Oh, I assumed it was going to the creators of this stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. That's
I
good.
do.
That's good.
I do want money to go to them.
Yeah. So maybe that was just like a dark pattern right there where they kind of hid the slider a little bit
It seemed pretty dark.
under the
Yeah.
call to action for checkout.
Well, that's gonna be a problem for me. Keep us back on face mode.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Far be it from me to divulge your financial secrets, at least
Yeah,
further than I
well,
already have.
let's say, guess who needs to change their address? I don't think we put any credit card numbers on stream yet. So here's hoping.
I think I once tweeted my debit card. Yeah. I mean, I
Did you
didn't
really?
tweet the back of it, but I was just like, oh, wait, I just tweeted my debit card. So then I canceled it, and people laughed at me.
That's really funny.
Luckily, I didn't have a big Twitter following, or else it would have been both financially and spiritually very damaging. Now, the most damage I get is when I tell people this story, which I just did willingly.
As I say, you would have been canceled, but only your bank account.
My money would have been canceled.
Yeah.
My money actually just would have been it would have been canceled from me.
Yeah. Okay, so if I sign into Unity. Okay, oh good. Unity. Okay. The Unity Asset Store is having so many problems that they had to actually put a notice about this.
Like on this, like it's not just a status page thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. Redeem this code. Holy cow. Nice. Okay, and now it's on the org. It's provisioning us a lot of licenses right now. I think that's what's happening.
Ah, sweet.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. Assign us. Do I actually need to assign seats? I don't think so. Oh, cool. We have seats. Great. Okay, so I think that
So does
means
that mean I
that
have to be
if
logged in my Unity editor to use it? Can I
yeah,
switch
but
back to
that's
screen
true.
share?
You can switch back to screen share. Thank you. That is true of we've sent. I thought we'd sent some assets over the wire that we needed a thing for, but maybe not.
It's cool.
Let's just see. Let's see what's in my assets.
I mean, this is a total flyer. Like, one of us could use it and report back.
True. 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 True.
If they want $55 for it, I mean, anything that saves you time that's nothing, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get the sense that this is not in here yet.
Okay, no big.
Yeah, so I mean exactly what they warned us about, which is it might take a minute.
Oh,
So
I
we'll
see.
find out.
Okay.
But yeah, some of this like the wireframe shooter that we were playing with was on the org and we can both use it.
Yeah, I think it was vendored into the project, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I feel like we've set some art direction.
Yeah, or at least some second order art direction,
I
which will
mean,
inform the first order art direction.
gosh, I wanna yeah, we need an artist. I wanna rebuild so much stuff.
Yeah. So if you hit Q,
Um,
you can switch your builder modes. Yeah.
sure can. Yeah, that works.
That's really fun.
I'm a big fan. I've noticed that there's like a small lag before the turrets can do their thing.
Okay.
Oh, not like that. Let's see if I can replicate that. I guess they're snapping. I'm surprised they're not firing immediately. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, it took it like 5 seconds or 3 seconds to fire. Oh, maybe not. It's hard to say because the other turrets are shooting at it too, right? Yeah, that was only one going the other direction.
Isn't that weird?
That
Yeah.
is weird.
Well, let's make it better.
Okay.
And if you have anything else on your radar for things to add tonight.
No, not really. I've got the big work in progress branch.
Yeah, I'm afraid touching network stuff right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, are we spawning? Hmm. Oh, well, are we spawning stuff with a 2 second cooldown? I think we are.
Yeah. Yeah, the cooldown should.
Huh. Wait a minute.
Shouldn't the cooldown just be 0 when you start?
Yeah.
Or do you
We
want
need
it to
like,
have an initial like spin up time?
I mean, I don't think so. I love that whatever's happened, it's given up on mirror again.
Oh,
Yeah, cooldown probably should start at 0, but even so, that didn't look like 2 seconds between shots, did it?
no, it looked
For
like a
the red
long
turrets.
time.
Oh, I mean, I think the red turret seems to be firing like a shot
Every second. Yeah.
much faster than two. Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Hmm. So I guess here's one thing. This cycle is just always going. And it's not like we shouldn't reset the cooldown if you haven't fired a shot yet. And I think we should start the cooldown at 0. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the cooldown should only. So does the thing still target while it's cooling down? It does, right?
It does, yeah.
So you want to be able to turn the turret while it's cooling down. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. The turret should always be aiming. Um I wonder, I feel like it's just this. If we get to here, we just reset the cooldown. And don't worry about firing.
That looks right to me.
Yeah.
And then the cooldown subtraction, I know this doesn't matter that much, but maybe we should only do the cooldown subtraction if it is greater than or greater than 0.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm going to do, once it compiles, I'm going to rebuild my project files.
Oh, to see if OmniSharp will pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're not.
I'm pretty underwhelmed by that whole integration. It might be worth giving Visual Studio a shot at some point and seeing if it's better.
I'm very willing to try it.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm ready to try just booting this up on Windows.
Oh, so you think it's maybe Mac?
I don't know. Having to install all these like .NET frameworks on a Mac just feels weird. I know they're working, but I do feel like it would probably be. That's more what I expected.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they can't quite do it instantly.
Yeah, I mean, even two would seem visually really weird, I think.
Two felt odd. Yeah, I think that was part of the problem. But now things are also not on the strange loop. I can't figure out why things are firing faster than 2.
Mm-hmm.
That seems very fast. Oh, that's what's in our script. What is the actual turret prefab have? I forget that's how this works. Can I define publics without a value so it's required to set it? I feel like I hate having the number in the script that actually is non-meaningful. Yeah, there we go.
I know
okay.
what you mean.
Yeah, right? So that's why the other thing got off 5 shots before the 2 seconds ran out on the first one.
Right, because the ones that you spawn
have cooldown of 2.
Don't use the prefab values.
We're spawning the prefab.
So why don't they use the editor set values?
They do, but we had this in here, which is not editor set; it's private.
Okay. Oh, I see. Got it.
So I mean, we can always start the cooldown with 1 shot TTL. Does that work? I don't think it does. I guess I can do. Even that's gone. Damn.
It's just void awake, right?
It's not public, huh? Yeah. Cooldown equals shot TTL. Okay, so at least this will come with the editor value for warming up now, which
right.
does seem right when it's the same thing. All right, one easy problem solved. No.
I want to go in the source code and turn that off.
Take that. How often does it prompt you?
Good question.
It's from Oh, I can't. Oh, I do. I do really like the way this looks.
Yeah.
We just talked about a totally different game, but I really like this one. What else? Let's see. Let's go to the
Sorry,
trailers.
what totally different game?
Oh, I feel like the sort of like I feel like the cyberpunk we talked about was maybe a little less neon, but maybe not.
I think it still can be neon. I still think it totally can be neon.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Going back to it, one thing I do love about this game too is that the aesthetic is I feel like the art is extremely lo-fi and very communicative and
Yep.
would love to hit that same line.
The art direction is really good. Yeah.
Hmm.
I like art direction that has the right amount of detail to feel alive. It's we were talking about Metroid Dread. And how I didn't like the art direction on it.
Yeah, I saw
it's like
too.
very high fidelity in many ways, but there's a weird lack of balance, I think.
Yeah, they like did a bunch of new stuff for it.
Yeah,
It still
like
looks
that whole
exactly the
animation
same.
in the background was awesome, but like everything else feels so static.
Hmm. Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Yeah.
I don't quite know what is wrong with this game. I look forward to playing it, but
Yeah, I don't like how the level design is also like ultimately it's like super angular platforms. It's not hidden quite well enough to me. It looks too much like the collision geometry that it represents.
oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
You're totally right. Yeah, like being trapped in a square room. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Metroid has kind of looked like that. Metroid is a lot of like straight platforms, but yeah, I don't know. Like for some reason, this feels like it's much more in my face.
Well, it's like they're shipping a very hi-fi version of Metroid, of Super Metroid or something, right? Like
Yeah,
it's like we have higher resolution ways to do this, but it still kind of has the same chunkiness.
yeah, exactly. And like the higher fidelity of the graphics, the less acceptable this style of level design is to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know that you brought up Shadow Complex as well, but aesthetically,
I was
there's
curious if it.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was curious if it's ever the same thing, and I actually like that they've rounded the edges of their
Yeah,
sharp platforms.
yeah.
Yeah, it's actually I feel like it's actually
Shadow Complex flows a little bit better to me. It still has a little bit of that, but like this is better than Metroid Dread in my opinion.
Mhm.
I know you had recommended this game before, but like just looking at the screens, they look better.
Yeah, well, this is a 360 game too, so it's got a
Yeah,
it certainly doesn't have like 2021 art direction to it.
yeah,
But like even like yeah, even these ramps that are superfluous but make the platform not look like a platform.
yes,
It's totally a Metroid game. Good gosh.
yeah.
No, cool. That's actually a really interesting insight that I hadn't thought about.
Right.
Anyway, bye Metroid.
The chunkiness of like the Metroid platforming or Mega Man for that matter works when everything is cartoony because not only the graphics are kind of like an abstract representation of like maybe a higher fidelity world that's going on in your head, the level design is as well. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? But then if you take like a super high fidelity if you take a super high fidelity like visual style, but then retain the shapes of things as if they were Super Metroid, that is incongruous to me.
Yep. It's funny, man. Even this has like less angular platforms.
Oh, it does. Even this has like they do a good job of trying to obfuscate the collision.
Yep. I just wanted a screenshot of Mega Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this game's so good. Mega Man X.
I really love Mega Man X. Yeah. It's funny too. It's so flat, and there is somehow more depth to the world.
It's full of life. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Let's see.
You want to try making an actual level?
An actual level. Yeah. Now, I mean, I know how to do that. Let's make a new scene.
Oh, nice.
Is there anything, by the way, that is actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the scene and keep our managers and stuff,
Yep, that's a
which is
good.
that's what I've seen a lot of people doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a duplicate?
Oh, there isn't. That's terrible. I remember
There you
this
go.
now.
No, I did.
How did you?
Oh. No, I guess I did edit duplicate, but that is not what I expected. What about, can I copy and paste?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Thinking like whatever
If
product
you go to
manager put this
you
together.
go to the file menu and go to build settings. Yeah, it just freaking amazes me that it doesn't
This
get
one
added
is
up.
weird.
Yeah, it just yeah.
Yep, that confused me for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get the turrets out of here. Let's get the terrain and the trees and the walls. I think this is our base level. You know what? I'm even going to, I'm just going to duplicate it. I will duplicate level template.
There is actually a thing called a level template, a scene template, I think.
What? Okay. Oh. The scene template takes a template scene. Okay. Level template? Holy crap. All right, I'm not
gonna do this. Yeah, I get it. It's too complicated.
Not gonna deal with this one right now. I am going to take everything out of level template, and now we'll just paste it in level one. That's level one.
Okay.
Cool.
Now we have prefabs for most of these things, including the terrain and the level boundary as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah. When you said a level, what sort of was in your mind for that?
I think intentionally placed trees, walls that are also intentionally placed, and turrets that are intentionally placed.
Okay.
And maybe like a course of it that gets some sense of, like, imagine that you couldn't place turrets.
Mm-hmm.
And what's difficult about level design right now is that, like, there's no game balancing. So you're, like, the tank is too powerful relative to the turrets right now, if the turrets are the only enemy, right?
Yeah, the turrets have gotten a little stronger.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm having this weird problem. You know what? I'm just gonna delete this. Don't save. Reload. I don't know why, but everything in level one keeps getting deleted when I go back to it. Real quick, Unity duplicate scene. I feel like this is a thing. This shouldn't be that hard. But the first question,
I think you need to do it at the file system level.
Really? Huh. What?
It says edit duplicate. Did you try that already?
Oh, well, this time it worked. Huh.
Oh, well, okay, that's cool.
Oh, okay. So what's happening is that when I rename it, this is some sort of reference bullshit, isn't it?
Let's call it level 2. I wonder if there's some weird thing with the string name.
Okay.
Well, level 2 before it gets destroyed, because I think it was...
Wait, Jeff, why did that work?
Because I think
the
there's something
hell?
wrong with level 1 in your editor right now. The word level 1.
Oh, actually, okay. All right. That seems like a me problem.
You know what? You know how we were having that issue last time where I was like trying to spawn the multiplayer game and we just like wouldn't start and we were in this like
Yeah.
weird limbo? I fixed it basically doing exactly what you just did. Where I just like created a new level and I copied everything over. I actually just like copied the scene file on disk.
Oh, I never would have guessed that. Okay.
And it was pretty bad.
That is, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it one bit.
Because I didn't change anything. It just fixed it when I moved everything over. So there was just something corrupt in the scene.
Okay.
Which doesn't bode well when we have really complicated scenes, right?
No. Bodes extremely poorly. Maybe one of these new tools we bought will help us out there.
Yeah.
So if I start this, I assume some of the current network script. Oh, it's still my script, isn't it? So it's gonna go straight to 0.
Yeah, and I don't know why
Okay.
level 0 didn't work right there. That seems like a problem. It seems like we've reintroduced the bug from before, which is fine.
Is the solution to quit Unity? Because I'm gonna do that first, and also see what my diffs are on the file system.
It's gonna be illegible. Like the diffs for scene files are just so confusing.
Fair. I mostly wanted to see. That's weird.
Yeah, what?
It's capitalizing stuff. Do you use a case sensitive file system?
I use whatever the Mac default is.
Okay, good. So our shit got renamed somehow, and that certainly wasn't helping. I'm going to undo that. I'm gonna undo that. Okay. Oh, and then this is the start as host and those changes. Okay. All right. Now level 1 is there. You know what? I fought Xcode before. I can fight Unity.
Does Xcode do this kind of thing too?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is some interface builder bullshit. I've seen some pretty gnarly divs in my time.
Yeah.
Diffs. I've also seen some gnarly divs, but in different projects.
Yeah.
Now it should start because the folder is the correct name. Okay. That was weird. It's because the rename did not show up as a git diff because it's not a rename on the case insensitive file system.
Wait, can you say that one more time?
So we are not using case sensitive file systems as a default. Like foo and foo are the same folder name.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
Right. So Unity renamed the folder to scenes.
Capital S.
Capital S scenes. I think maybe the open editor was looking at the lowercase, perhaps Unity is case sensitive. It's got an entire index of stuff that was looking at it. And I think our reference to the scene was maybe a hard-coded path to lowercase s. Now, that should have worked.
Why is it renaming it to capital?
I don't know, but I did a bunch of shit like duplicating and I set up a scene template and all that's gone.
All right. Well, I'm happy to not fight Unity and start capitalizing our directory names too. I think I made them lowercase just because it looked better to my eye, but there's no reason why it needs to be that.
If it auto-capitalizes stuff, we might have to do that.
Yeah. And it'll be fun to do it in Git as well. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. So if I go into our prefab network manager, oh, what is this handled in a script now? It's
Yeah,
the,
that's basically different now. You're talking about the online scene.
yeah. Oh, level
Um,
manager. That sounds right.
it's not the level manager either. I'm a little bit confused because the state of this is like a
Mm-hmm.
little bit off from my work in progress branch. So I'm trying to remember where you would change this. Try going to the game init managers, the game manager script in Visual Studio.
Oh, why does this get a different icon?
Really good question. I have no idea. I'll go to the network menu. Uh,
So
yeah,
it's
where was this
it
getting set?
what does it say? It's not on the prefab of the scene of the network manager, but let me look in the network. Look in this. Oh, I guess Game Init has the network manager. Okay, so it's set
Oh,
here.
okay. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Is this not the prefab? So this is wild, but online scene is just not set in the prefab, which I guess, you know what, is fine.
Yeah,
I
the
still,
fact I'm actually quite perplexed by the design of Mirror, and
hmm?
maybe it's because I don't know the history of it, but I when I was wrestling with this, I was surprised at how tightly coupled everything was, and I was surprised that you just like set the scene in the network manager. Like,
Yeah.
it's not always going to be the same scene. Like, why, why is it like hard coded into the object here?
Well, I
You know what I
guess, I
mean?
mean, I sort of see it as I do think online and offline, it like has a default transition point for state changes, and then we can manage it from there. So
So you're
I think that's
saying that
why
maybe we have the next scene is like some kind of like post connection scene that is generic, and then we use some game logic to figure out what level we go to.
that's what I would think.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I saw those two scenes at least as sort of a piece of state though.
Okay, yeah. So the fact that we go to an actual content level is just because we haven't come up with a system for managing this.
Hmm.
Now, the way I'm doing it in the other branch is I'm actually just setting. Actually, I don't remember what I was doing. Never mind what I'm saying.
Okay.
Cool. Level 1 works.
Boom. Strangely, it's in this direction though. Not quite what I intended.
Was it supposed to be the other way? Oh, okay. Got it.
I meant it to be on this side. Kind of had a driving upwards feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I am fine. Oh, I did not use the right.
Let's do one corner from another. Let's do corner to corner.
Oh, for two players?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Love it. I guess I was thinking, I was one, yeah. I was thinking, do you start at the same thing and navigate the same sort of minefield together, or is it, yeah, whole PvP like that? I like that. Okay, so actually, let's pop into the center here. How make a new folder? That is just, I don't know, level objects. So I guess yeah, I can just pop walls on here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there snapping?
You can turn snapping on, but the snapping's not going to work 100%.
Yeah. Oh, but that's better.
Yeah, it's just not grid aligned. Oh, it is grid aligned. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, because
Well, is it actually snapping? Like the numbers look weird.
yeah, oh, it is. I mean, it's got a floating point error, but it's snapping.
That floating point error is massive, though, right? Like that y
The y of -3.
negative three point
Yeah,
nine one one.
that's a good point. Is there an e on the end? Yeah, there you go.
Okay, got it. So it's basically 0. I see. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Is there option click on this to copy stuff?
Let's see. Option click is dragging, but I really would like that. Yeah, can I make option click not my orbit? Do I have key?
Let me look this up on my side too. Just Unity
Yep.
copy drag.
Hmm? Oh, there's a whole separate shortcuts menu.
You can control D. How to mass duplicate or paint objects.
Okay, yeah, I mean I
Control
can
D,
command
and then you hold Control to snap drag.
and Pro Builder's doing that for us. So okay, yeah.
Oh, ProGrid, yeah.
ProGrid, yeah.
So you're pressing Control D to make each individual one. Is that the idea?
Command D, but yeah.
Oh, Command
It's
D,
controlled.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
It's
can
gonna
do
be
kind of like maze-like structures, and we can also put turrets in the corners and stuff.
maze-like structures. I think we can't move through one unit things, correct? We need 2 units of space for the tank to get through.
I think that's a fair thing to do, yeah.
Boy, I guess level design is going to be a painstaking process no matter what you do, huh?
I think we're gonna get into the business of writing our own tools. We're gonna have a wall painter, I think.
Neat. All right.
That's, I think, a few notches away from where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Is it grid aligning the turrets too?
Yeah.
I'm so impressed.
No, we did the work for that. So turrets are half off because of their registration point, I think.
Okay, cool.
But actually, I guess I can snap them in, and then we'll be good. Maybe they were just a half off because of I dragged it to the wrong place. Yeah. I started in the center, but I really should have started somewhere else. Oops, I grabbed just the turret. Okay, not helpful.
At a certain point, the hierarchy becomes not useful, right? It's like
I don't actually need any of this. Yeah.
yeah.
I say, so what percentage of communism have I built? Some. Oh, you know what I love? These non-team turrets will attack everybody. We have team and
Oh yes, yes.
neutral.
These are the barbarians.
Hmm. Yeah, what is the prefab turret? Oh yeah, to make a team neutral.
Okay.
Brilliant. What what color is the material again for that? I wanted to make them maybe not pale white, but we'll do that later.
Okay.
I just think it didn't look as good on them as it does on the walls.
I think we can go into the script and adjust their colors, right? Because I think it's script driven.
Oh, the Shit, I forgot about that.
I think it's just color.white is what they're defaulting to, and so
Mm-hmm. Wow, it's actually, I love that it's actually grumpy about, yeah, okay. Well, at the very least, let's make some HDR white.
yeah, I love it.
All right, now you're auto-completed? Who knows?
She works in mysterious ways.
Man, this dang editor. At least it doesn't recompile while building. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
This is a nice little gauntlet we've got here.
Yeah, our turrets probably do need to be more powerful, huh? You're right about that. What can we do to make this more dangerous for the player?
The player shouldn't have more range than the turret, right? If
That's
anything, they should
true.
have equal range.
Mhm.
Or the turret should have even more range. I mean, that's what it's like in a... I actually don't know. What is original Bolo?
I mean,
Original Bolo, the turrets certainly fire faster. And they have infinite
fire
ammo.
really fast. Yeah. Which script is that? Player input. Bullet. So we just spawn a bullet. Is that does this take a range? Oh, everything does have the same range. You know what it is? Is that the turrets have a shorter visual range. So
yes.
players get the drop on you. So let's do this. We'll start aiming at you earlier. Oops. Save. Let's see how that goes. Ah, can we just add this while the game is playing? I totally forget that. All right, that's better.
These walls look so cool.
The walls look great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
Now you're getting fucked up.
I mean, when they hit you, they do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. I have one more thing I think I want, which is I want more bullets. Where's my spawn point?
Dom, I can tell you're going to be the level designer of the two of us. I mean, we're both going to have to level design, but like, you get into it. You get into it in the way. Yeah, you get into it in the way that. Oh yes,
yeah, dude. I mean, right? Isn't that
this
better?
feels this feels like Bolo.
Yeah. So we haven't brought.
This is actually a really good way to play. This is not as hard as Bolo because you can outrun the rotation, but it's still dangerous, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like them not to damage each other. Maybe neutral can't hurt neutral. That'd be interesting.
Or they stop shooting if they do line of sight.
Oh, right. We didn't program that in yet.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna put some.
We actually had a very sophisticated targeting system in Web Manchester.
Yeah, it was good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are team. But it's funny. I don't know which team you start out as, but I'm gonna guess that it's blue.
Is this your base?
Yeah, I was gonna make a little base.
Got it.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not sure not sure why you have a base, but might as well have one, right?
You'd have a base if there was something that they were actually protecting while you were away. So if there's a capture the flag mechanic and there were enemy tanks, your turrets would protect against those.
I like it.
Yeah.
I gotta remember not to stack turrets too deep though,
Oh yeah. It would
because
be
they
so easy to do
will.
that.
Well, it'd be interesting if they can shoot over each other or something. I think we can get around that. Let's see. You're on a half one. And you're on a half one. James, you are. Well, I hope watching me level design is not the most boring thing in the world. I'm glad.
Oh, don't be
I'm glad I'm gonna
self-conscious.
be.
I'm watching this the same way they would expect someone watching on Twitch to be watching, right?
Oh, good. Well, I'm excited to be a level designer.
Yeah. My
I think it's
God, I
fun.
wish I could get rid of these M's. I don't know what it is and why it's there, but oh, what'd you do?
Those M's? I
Huh?
turned off gizmos.
Oh,
I
okay.
turned off gizmos.
What
They're just-
are gizmos?
They're those things. I don't know beyond that. I think it's just like
Mirror implemented that. They added a gizmo that looks like that.
to show you that it's a network thing. I mean, it's like the same as the camera, right?
Yeah, it's just not useful information visually. Like,
Not at this point.
what about the
though.
drop down? Does it let you like pick stuff? Like, what is that?
Oh, yeah, it might.
Oh my God. Okay,
so
got it.
I bet network transform. What? Oh, here we go. Hang on.
Network identity, maybe?
Oh, maybe network identity. Yeah. Oh, it was network transform.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've got gizmos and none of that shit.
Ooh.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, big save.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's such a relief. Thank you for seeing the M's. Yeah, this isn't that bad.
No, it's not bad.
I feel like if we had a richer pool of assets, it'd be pretty fun too.
Yeah.
All right, let's admire the handiwork. See, that looks cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Well, you know what? We get some of the trees over here.
Happy little trees.
I'm actually ready to like pull. Well, we should have what is StarCraft called? I forget. They're decorative though. We should have more decorations.
Yeah.
Maybe not trees, but something.
What did StarCraft have? What were you saying?
They had a word for this StarCraft editor thing types. I just remember like going into
Props?
the editor.
Something like that?
It might have been props, yeah. MISC.
They're not units, right?
They're not units, no. You don't remember, and it was something. It was something other than props for their decorative thing. It's the only one that popped into my head. Not critical, but it'd be nice to have a little asset library of these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good. I forgot about Wildsty. Wait, I can only go left and right and in and out. Interesting. Fine. Let's see. So.
And you can area select in this, right? Is that possible to like select a bunch of things and then like
Oh, that's a great question. Let's find out. Yes. Oh, thank you. Didn't even think of that. Now, can I rotate? I like that. What I want is the gizmo that lets me rotate all these things around some axis, but
Yeah, I
I
know
guess that
exactly what you're talking about.
I don't think it makes sense, so I accept that it's not there. I do like that I get a selection of um my hitboxes visible. That's cool.
I think these are off by half.
Um, these are, yes, thank you. We really need a grid on the ground, don't we?
When the game plays,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we do. In fact, the grid with the sort of like graduations, where like some of the lines are brighter than the others,
The thing it's doing
might
right now,
might
I kind
also
of
not
like
be the
it.
worst thing. Yeah,
No, it's nice because it gives a good sense of motion.
yeah. Are these good guy turrets?
No, these are neutral.
These are neutrals. Okay.
I think I've immediately started a land war over here, so you know what? It's
It's
awesome.
awesome.
Oh,
This is the way the game should start. You know. Oh shit.
okay, so this, I mean, there's a lot of behavior. Oh my
Oh
god.
yes.
Yeah, this is a game beat me. That's
Yeah.
fun.
And it immediately suggests that we need pickups and stuff.
Yeah, pickups, and I think we need to improve the aiming AI and stuff.
Can
But
we
I am real.
switch the camera to an ISO camera while we're playing the game? Is that possible?
Yes. One sec.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Because I just want to know what
Absolutely.
it looks like.
Main camera.
I guess it's we like the camera offset's not helpful here.
Yeah, let me pop back over here. Um, well, yeah, I'm not sure. What is the camera offset doing? Nothing.
I think the problem is that the camera angle is always like straight down.
Huh.
I don't know what it's doing right now. It's doing something that I think is a little bit surprising. The camera angle's not always straight down, right? Oh, okay, this is cool.
I mean, that actually looks
This
kind
is
of
pretty
sick.
rad.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The orientation is it's a little hard to drive. Shit, I just lost those settings. Damn.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think there's
Yeah.
some design choices we can make.
I like that's available to us. Yeah, because that
It's
was a
not just
pretty
ISO though. Like we could have that perspective, but also in in perspective as well. Perspective projection as well. We could play with
yeah,
it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I like our current perspective a lot.
playable.
It feels playable and close to ISO, but I like that you get the distortion while I still kind of get the feeling of that top-down Diablo style.
Yeah.
It's doing the right thing for me,
Okay. Good.
for whatever that's worth.
It's worth everything. Do we have pickups
All
on the
right,
Trello list?
let us check that. We have inventory. That's not the same.
Yeah.
Pickups. Health, power shot.
And then stuff you can build, right?
Oh yeah, and then yeah, materials.
And so
Oh, what
maybe it's
color is
just
blue?
like
There we go.
one type of material.
One is all we need.
And
Maybe
then
two.
and then well, I don't
yeah.
know. Like I think we can play with it. We can start with one that is always necessary, and then like I would say to build a turret, you have to kill a turret.
Maybe you start with a couple.
Sure.
Uh, I really loved the way that this worked. I don't know if you ever played Team Fortress 2.
I did not. No, tell me about it.
Um, one class was the engineer, and one of the main things you could do was pop down a turret.
Okay.
It had a single resource cost, and you collect this resource, and you could take your turret and hammer it until it turned into a better turret and a better turret.
Oh, I like the idea of upgrading.
Yeah, because
turrets.
and there was a straight upgrade path, and like this one was fine. This one was murderous.
Right. But it took a long time to set up, right?
It took time, and like you had to defend it as you set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. I don't need Weta Workshop to build me a turret. I really just want to see. Oh, that's cool. It has a cone. Oh, it'd be really nice to see the cone as you put the turret down. Are you gonna upgrade it? Just upgrade it, man. I want to see someone do the. This is someone else's bullshit. Anyway,
Okay.
the upgrade is really cool.
Yeah. I totally believe you.
Good. I didn't just make it up just now. Yeah, it'd be fun to upgrade. It'd be fun to have maybe even different types of turrets. You could like upgrade into a short range more powerful, long range less powerful kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Does this already feel like more of a game just because we have shit in the level?
It does. Yeah, having a level really helps.
Yeah.
Really helps a lot. And I like this sort of bulwark of blue before you get to
These murderous bastards. Yeah.
the murder zone over
Yeah.
here. Yeah. And the bullets really go for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have dash on the Trello? Speaking of things,
Dash would be nice. I know multiplayer it's
Yeah.
tough, but like I think we could maybe get something that's not quite as aggressive as the Manchester Dash or the Web Manchester Dash.
yeah, because I gotta. I mean, I think I just built Hades, but what I want to do is dash between these bullets
Yeah.
to get around them, or I guess just get them. To
Well,
kill
there's just the
themselves,
rate
but-
of fire is a little bit too, like even. Oh, you're saying you want invincibility dash. You want to actually like.
I want some iframes.
You
Yeah,
want some iframes. Okay. Yeah.
which
It's
like,
gonna
I
be
don't know.
weird.
It's
in
gonna be weird network, I
multiplayer.
know.
But whatever. Right.
I'm down for whatever. It doesn't need to be invincibility dash. Maybe there's a button I can hold to shield myself to move through stuff. I don't know if that'd be better or worse.
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a shield button that makes you go slower
Mm-hmm.
and has a limited amount of time that you can do it. So
Yeah. Gosh, you can dodge between these. Almost. Well, we've made it quite deadly now.
with a snap of your fingers.
It's a lot more fun than it was a second ago.
I know.
So I look forward to you
Congratulations.
experiencing this.
Yes.
Sweet. All right, cool, dude. Yeah, I guess we're at time.
Yep. All right. That's it for today's stream. See everybody on Monday.
Yeah. Have a great weekend.